guys, so today I'm gonna be looking at stories of people who divorced after getting married. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. She went out for girls' night and met a new friend named Nicole at a bar. Started texting her a lot, then going to hang out now and then. We had a baby at home and she kept trying to go hang out with this girl from another town, ever with no last name, whom I was not allowed to meet. His real name was Wesley. Oh, it was a guy, but she was just using a girl name. A code name. Oh my gosh, that sucks. A couple of weeks into our marriage, the sex started to physically hurt. I went to my OB and after a test or two, she informed me I had contracted chlamydia. That's when I knew. Turns out my newlywed husband had been banging his coworker for months. That sucks. When you contract something because your partner cheated on you. Oh my gosh. She decided she was in love with her stepbrother a month after we got married. Oh, stepbrother. So it's not like they're related, but still. How do you decide that you're in love with someone else after getting married? Like, I'm sure she knew at one point, right? Because how after getting married and then you're like, oh wait, hold on a second. When I caught my new bride having a workplace affair while I was receiving cancer treatments, it was not a pleasant time for me. Instead of making sure that their partner was okay and like encouraging them and supporting them, she cheats on him. Not me, but my dad. He got back from his honeymoon and went back to work. He came and something felt off when he walked in the door. She wasn't there when he got home from work, which was very odd for her since she got off work earlier than him and was always home when he got back. When she got back, he mentioned that it was out of the ordinary that she had been out and asked if she went somewhere. He wasn't accusatory, just curious because it never happened, but she dodged his question at first. Eventually, after he got suspicious of her dodging a simple question, she admitted that she'd quit her job, and when he asked why, she said she didn't need to work. So she was planning on using him as a cash cow. Cash cow? He doesn't remember how the conversation went exactly since it was 30 years ago. He tried counseling and asked her to get a job back, but she always brushed him off and never took him seriously. He threw in the towel 7 months later and she tried fixing the things, but it had been 7 months of him trying to fix things and she had no interest. So he filed for a divorce and went on to achieve his lifelong dream. He dated and then married his middle school crush, my mum, 28 years strong. Whoa. That's crazy. Man, I'm glad he just felt something was off. Jeez, why are some people like that, honestly? Like, someone tries to fix things with you and they give you chances. He gave her a chance. Oh my goodness, what the heck is that? Okay, like he gave her 7 months to fix things, but then after he was like, you know what, screw it, we aren't going to be together anymore. Then she tries to fix things. What? Why do people do that? Like, fix it when you can still fix it. Don't fix it when it's already broken. Less than a year into actively trying to get pregnant, he got discouraged, gave up, and started staying out until 4:15 a.m. with his co-worker. He posted selfies on her couch on Snapchat and even went as far as asking her to marry him once he could get rid of me. He had 2 biological children, my stepchildren, that he abandoned at home with me while he was out doing this. The icing on the cake was that on my favorite holiday, while holding my brand new baby nephew in front of his entire family, he told me he wanted a divorce. I was gone in 2 weeks, left everything to him, and vanished. New number, new address, everything. Best choice I ever made. You go, girl. Yes, he doesn't deserve you. Okay, you go. And who announces a divorce like that? You announce it in front of your entire family while everyone is watching? That is actually messed up. Like, that's so awkward. Not me, but my brother. We grew up on a ranch. Bro's girlfriend comes from the city, but during visits to the ranch, she dives right in, helping our mum around the house and participating in all the stuff we do. Horseback riding, ATVs, etc. And claiming and appearing to love it. Brother is so happy his city girl is compatible with the ranch lifestyle he grew up in, even though he is now working in the city and their life will be in the city. He just loved that she was able to connect with him that way and more importantly with his family. They date for 18 months, make many visits to the ranch, and all is well. She insists that she wants to have a wedding at my parents' home. My folks go all out, have both families there, and everyone has a great time. The next morning, we have a send-off breakfast for the couple. They head to the airport for their honeymoon. My mum and bride's mum are visiting afterwards, and bride's mum mentions she's glad my mum has no hard feelings that her daughter and my brother will no longer be coming to the ranch. My mum is like, what do you mean? Bride's mum says, oh, I thought she told you that having the wedding here was a gift to you to have your son home one last time with all his family here. My mum goes white as a sheet. We are all stunned. We are confused as to whether my brother knows this, and more importantly has agreed to this. My other brother texts our big bro saying, is it true that this is your last time visiting mum and dad? My big bro texts back, what are you talking about? Middle bro says, ask your new wife. Needless to say, the honeymoon never happens. It turns out that his wife had been hiding her belief that the man leaves his family behind and becomes part of the woman's family. It was fully her intent to never visit my parents again, to spend all holidays at her parents' home, to have any future children only have relationships with her family, and on and on. My brother literally had no idea these were her beliefs/desires. To this day, I don't know if she was evil or just clueless. They remained married for about a month until the divorce was final, but my bro never saw her again after the day after wedding day. What did I just read? What the heck? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad he got out of that. Like, what? How do you just take someone from someone's family, you know? Oh my gosh, I am actually shocked. Whoa. She didn't even tell him anything. So like, what was she trying to do? Like, was she trying to trap him after he left? I mean, I doubt she could have trapped him, but like, you know, she was just like, yes, I'm very happy here, yes.
Until we get married, then your son would never ever come back to you.
That's crazy. A cousin of mine married someone who seemed like the perfect woman. They worked in the same store together, and he would brag about how his wife was getting promoted quickly in the company. A few months into the marriage, she tells him she's going out with friends for the evening. An hour or so later, my cousin gets a call from one of his friends. The friend saw her having dinner in a restaurant with the manager of the store that they both worked at. Once he confronted her about it, that was basically the end of the marriage. We dated for 5 years, but on the honeymoon we had a big argument over my liberal use of sunscreen. She refused to wear any because of chemicals, and I liberally used it due to my ginger skin. We seriously argued over this for a good hour, and she refused to even go into the pool with me because of my sunscreen chemicals. It protects your skin from the sun, okay? After a scuba adventure with her, she could hardly walk because she got so burnt on her legs, whereas my skin didn't change. She then tried to convince me that it was all my fault because I didn't force her to wear the sunscreen and that the honeymoon was ruined. What? So it was her own decision to not wear it, but then she was like, you should have told me to wear it. Even though I said I didn't want to wear it, you should have made me wear it. It was then I realized I picked the wrong person. After a few more psycho arguments, mad at me because of something in her dreams, mad because I didn't remind her to bring an umbrella. Whoa, hold on a second. I just bit my tongue. Hold on a second. So she gets mad at him for something that was on her. Like, she was the one who didn't bring the umbrella, but she gets mad at him. That's very toxic. I had to call it quits. I can't stay with someone who constantly blames me for their own problems. Luckily, no kids, and I got back everything I brought into the marriage. 5 years though. Like, did it just start? But then again, some people change right after they get married. So maybe before the marriage, they didn't show any of these signs, you know. Day after we got engaged, he changed. Whoa, I just said that. I just pretty much summed that up. Then he uninvited my family to the wedding, said they would take my attention away from him. We lasted 3 months, and then I ran and hid. Oh, no way. How are you gonna uninvite your partner's family to the wedding when they are like the most important people to your partner? He had the audacity to do that. That is a big red flag. Like, oh yes, I am the most important. Your family? Pfft. The next morning, I woke up and thought, when would be a socially acceptable time to get divorced? In hindsight, that says miles about why I felt I had to get married. Wow, they just wake up and they're like, I'm thinking about getting divorced. I actually knew before, I was just too scared to do anything about it. I feel like this might be a few people, you know, like they don't want to get into the marriage, but then they're too afraid to cancel it, or like, you know. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are, and as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.